And I am from grade 5 Alpha. Today I am here to tell you the story of Lucky and the Giant. So let's begin. Once there was a man called Lucky. He was the bravest man in the world, but he was very timid. He pretended to do brave things like kill giants or kill the enemies. But as you might have guessed, he did nothing brave. So one day, while he was crossing a field, suddenly he saw 3 imaginary giants. Soon he swung his sword wildly and was soon in the battle of 3 imaginary giants. But when the battle was over and they were killed, when he opened his hands, he saw that there were only 3 flies. What a great Imagineer he is! So when he came home, he proudly and confidently wrote these words on his sword. But what did he wrote? I'm gonna tell you. This is the sword of Lucky, the slayer of giants. Then, what happened that next day he tied a small bag of flour and set off on a long journey. When he walked miles and miles, he grew very tired and discovered a place to rest. Before sleeping, he buried his little flour in case of thieves. Then he buried it and then went to sleep fast. Soon he was in the land of dreams. Then what he did? Then the next day at dawn, 7 real giants came. And I am serious, there were 7 real giants. They were passing the way where Lucky was under the tree, fast asleep. Then they saw the writing on the sword, and one of the giants said, "Oh, he must be a mighty warrior. We must ask him what he can perform." So then, with the loud voice of the giants, Lucky had been awoken, and when Lucky saw, he was terrified. But he didn't want anyone to know that he was terrified. When he noticed that they were friendly, so he spoke boldly to them. "Well, what do you want from me?" They say, "We would like you to see a great deed you can perform." So he said, "That you shall see in a moment." He said that I'm this kind of man. When I stamp my foot, the earth shakes. Then what happened? That the giants were impressed, but they also wanted proof. So Lucky walked over the place where he had buried his flour and stamped, and the flour came up. The flour all came out, and the giants were covered with the flour. So the giants thought maybe the clouds of white dust might come down. So they were very impressed, and they begged Lucky to come with them. So Lucky thought that maybe he could live 1 or 2 weeks. Then they went to the giant's woodland home. Then there was a strange adventure that the rhinoceros came and attacked the whole village. Then the giant said to Lucky to come with us to defeat the rhinoceros. When he heard that there is a rhinoceros, he was very scared. And then he made an excuse. What did he make? He said that "You go, I'll come in a moment. I must first sharpen my sword to kill the rhinoceros." Then they thought, yeah, maybe he would be right. Then when they were gone, Lucky, who should be present there to defeat the rhinoceros, he was not present there. So he climbed up a nearby tree to hide. And then the dreadful rhinoceros, after attacking the whole village, he grew very tired. And then it grew very tired, and then it fell asleep under the tree where Lucky was hiding. So the giant saw and said, "Lucky, there's a rhinoceros under you. Be careful." When Lucky heard that there's a rhinoceros under him, there was sweat in Lucky's hands and he couldn't even hold the branch of the tree. So he fell right on the top of the rhinoceros. The rhinoceros went crazy, and then Lucky holded the both rhinoceros horns, and then the rhinoceros went crazy and bumped into trees the whole forest. Then the giants thought maybe he's brave. Let's go and help him. So they ran too much. And then after chasing a lot, the rhinoceros were killed. But Lucky didn't thank them. Lucky said that, "Are you crazy? I was trying to tame that animal. It would be so strong and useful to us." Then the giants thought, "What have we done?" And then Lucky said, he was very angry. So after this strange adventure, as I told, then there was a loud voice of the speaker. They said, the people of the village said that the savage of enemies are coming to the woodland. Help! Help! They said that they are coming to defeat the giants and Lucky. So the giants were really afraid, but they were also brave. Then Lucky said that when giants came to Lucky, made the same excuse, and when they were gone, he chose the quietest looking horse in the stall and rode on it to defeat the enemies. When the horse heard this noise of sword and fighting and yelling too much, he went crazy. Lucky was trying to tame it, but it didn't listen Lucky. So then he bumped into a tree, and the tree with the roots came in Lucky's hands, and he defeated the enemies, and the enemies were gone. Then when he came to the village, giants opened him with open hands, and then they sang on their way. They also sang songs, and they happily lived ever after. So this is the story, the end. And the moral of the story is, Lucky wasn't just lucky, he was intelligent.